This is your business coaching moment for this month. And today we're looking at pillar number 8 in the 12 pillars of building a world-class business. Today's focus is all about HR, human resources, your people plan. And guys, yeah, this is the most important pillar. This is one of the most important pillars. All the pillars are important, and you'll hear me say that every month. So when we look at our people plan, guys, your people, your human resources, the human capital within your business is incredibly important and also incredibly valuable in terms of building your asset of value, making your business an asset of value. Remember, if you are in business and you're doing all the work and you carrying the full load and the business can't work without you, you don't really have a business. You just own your job. And in a lot of cases, the clients that we start working with are sitting in that position. And that doesn't mean they're small. I've got some clients that run massive operations, multi-million rand a month operations. And still, the owner of the business or the leader within the business owns his own job because the business can't survive without him. And having a solid HR plan in place, having a people plan in place, helps you to be able to be a business owner where you're working on your business a lot more than what you're working in your business. So it allows you, having the right people in place, it allows you space to be able to step back and manage the business in a proper way, seeing things from a different perspective, and to be able to lead the way you should and the way a business owner should be able to lead. So when we look at our people plan, you know me, I like to simplify things and I like to break things into threes. And the three focus areas for you in your people plan are, first of all, to understand compliancy. So understand that there are legal obligations. There's a legal framework whereby you have to run your business in terms of labor laws and labor related issues, in terms of your HR, managing your human resources within your business. And you, as the business owner, as the CEO, director, manager, leader within your business, have to understand the seriousness of complying with what the framework of the law gives us. So you need to understand that. And if you're not sure about that, speak to your coach, speak to your business coach, and let him help you bring in a labor consultant where you can do an audit quickly in your business. We've got partners that we work with within our business that can do a labor audit for you. They can quickly go through all the rules, regulations, and make sure that you comply 100% within your business. And if you don't comply, guys, don't worry about it. Don't get scared and frightened. You can work a plan and you can get yourself to a place where you do comply very quickly. It's much better to be proactive in this instance than to be reactive. You don't want to be caught on the wrong side of the law down the line once things have gone wrong. You want to get it right from the beginning. So compliance is where it all starts. Once we've got that focus area done, the next thing we need to look at, and it doesn't follow in that sequence, guys, this is another thing that has to be in place within your business, is your organogram. In other words, and when you look at an organogram is really just an organizational chart. What does the organizational chart look like in your business? In other words, who's this person that's fulfilling this function? Who's this person fulfilling this function? Who works under them, beside them? How does the structure of your organization look? And in creating an organogram, it allows you the opportunity to see your business from a bird's eye view and say, okay, so my business currently looks like that. I'm here, and I've got a salesperson here, and I've got an administrator here, and I've got someone that does bookkeeping and accounting here. And you can fit this organogram in place, and you could see who reports to whom and who works beside whom and who complements whom. And you can also kind of see where there are gaps. The other thing an organogram allows you to do is to be able to identify the specific job function of that person. And in that, to be able to write a job description for that person with KPIs, key performance indicators. In other words, like, this is your job description, this is what I expect you to do, and this is this is how I'm going to measure your performance. And when you start doing that and you start putting that in place in your business, you'll find that that you're able to identify where we're dropping the ball and where we're running short, but also you can then hold people accountable to what they're doing. You don't know how many times I sit with clients and they complain and they'll say to me, and I always make a joke about it. I say, what are the three biggest problems that that most businesses are facing? And it will be people. So my people, they don't do their work properly. They don't do what I expect from them. They don't. They're not meeting their targets. They're making mistakes. They're costing me money. They're just not doing what I want them to do. And then I'd sit with the business owner or the leader, and I'd say to them, okay, so let's look at that. Which person are we talking about? Then I'd say, all right, bring me their job description and their KPIs. And then they'll turn a little whiter shade of pale, and there'd be this like sense of confusion on their face because they don't have that. They don't have a job description. They don't have KPIs in place. And then I'm saying, but how can you expect someone to fulfill a function, but you haven't given that description to them? You haven't given them a proper, job description and KPIs and what I'm expecting from you. But then they're useless. Maybe I need to look at myself a little bit there as well. So an organogram helps you with that. And then the third focus area is capacity plan. So I'm complying with all the labor issues. I've got all my HR stuff in place. I have an organogram and I kind of know where I'm going. But now, remember in one of the other sessions, in one of the pillars that we spoke about in your business, it is about your one clear vision or your future focus or what you want your business to look like in future. And we spoke about strategy, and we do this whole 7 strategies workshop with our clients where we look at different strategies. And in those strategies, it's a lot of it's got to do with future focus. So where do I want to be 25 years from now? What's my legacy plan for my business? Where do I want to be 10 years from now, 5 years from 3 years, 1 year from now? Where do I want to be? Where do I want my business to be at the end of the next financial year? What do I want it to look like? What do I want my turnover to look like? That kind of stuff. And when we think about that, it's all good and well, and we have these goals and we put them in place. But have you looked at the capacity within your business in terms of your human resources, your people that are working for you? Will they be able to handle that capacity? So now we get back to our organogram and we say, okay, my current business with the current turnover and the current volumes that I'm doing, this is what my organogram looks like. But if I'm on track and I'm meeting my goals and I'm focusing on my targets and I'm growing the business and I'm working towards my medium-term goal, if I'm on track, by the end of the year, will my current staff be able to handle the new volume? Because remember, we've set goals in place. And so you can start planning for that, and you can say, okay, so if in operations we're going to be producing 3 times the volume we're doing now, maybe I'm going to need to have an operations manager in place, or maybe I'm going to have a new machines operator, or maybe I'm going to have someone that can manage, my inventory, my stock control, and that kind of stuff. Because the moment we're small, and this person can fulfill all those functions, but if we grow to that volume, he won't be able to anymore, and I'm going to need to employ someone else. So now in doing that, you can start creating that job description for the new person once you've grown and your capacity is in place. So guys, can you see that your people plan, your HR plan is quite important when it comes to managing your business and growing your business properly? The 12 pillars of building a world-class business are really a practical MBA that I'm taking you through every month. And every month we're covering a different pillar in our newsletter. And it gives you a little bit of a foundation in terms of what you want to be focusing on and putting in place in your business. But it also gives you a little bit of an idea on how our coaching works and how we've built our business coaching framework in terms of the pillars. Look forward to seeing you again next month. Go and take up the challenge. Look at your people plan and go and see if you're fulfilling all 3 of those. Are you compliant? Is your organogram and your job description KPIs in place? And are you planning your capacity? Do you have a strategy to plan for capacity within your people plan as well?